You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Bing is for doing, and we're doing the after show for the X Factor. Woo! Day 3 of auditions.
Get it.
There were some really good people today, and some really bad people.
And some really bad people.
I'm Jeffrey Masters. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Jason Ikeler. I was not here last week, so welcome.
I'm Nick Collins. I was here last week.
JC was also here last week. He will be back next week. Jason's also going to be permanent. And we're happy to have you here, finally.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
I know. Let's jump in. What'd you guys think of Josh Levi? Little 9th grade, small kid. That was great.
I thought his intro backstory was super annoying.
What was the intro?
Who was it?
Remember, we thought he was like reading off the teleprompter when we were watching it. It felt
very contrived.
fake. And I love the song choice because I like when people do super current songs, and I thought he sounded really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was good. He reminded me of this kid Astro from the first season. Astro maybe had a little more swag, but that's a whole other story. Josh, I think, had a really good voice. I think he had a really cool rendition of the Selena Gomez "When You're Ready."
No. I think he'll turn out to be gay. Is why he's lacking swag. Just saying. Also, I hate when people audition and they say, "Sing it." Like, no, you sing it. You're
right.
auditioning.
To the
I
audience.
agree.
Yeah.
Come on. That's such a cop-out.
Exactly.
Usually I think people, such young performers have like such corny performance skills as well. But he was good. He held the stage.
He owned it.
The only thing is though that his parents moved here to help him like pursue his dreams. What?
Jealous.
Yes.
Because that's like my whole childhood dream, and now I'm stuck.
I know. My parents said, okay, that's why we have community theater. Suck it up.
I know.
Luckily, I was born here, so
Must
You're
be
from
nice.
LA?
native. One of the rare
Nice.
ones.
I must have known from
Yeah.
that stubble, carefully trimmed.
Yeah, I went to the shave right before this.
Oh,
for
good.
all those people downloading this on iTunes to check it out.
Darn it.
Listen,
Should we describe it? Oh.
do you hear it?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. That's
what a
really
sound.
impressive.
What a noise. That really resonates with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back to Josh. He got a lot of good feedback, especially from Simon. The star word was thrown around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if you get good feedback from Simon and Demi, then I'm on your team. Not in that order. Demi and then Simon.
Yeah, you're pretty much in the clear when Demi and or Simon give
Right.
you the go-ahead. What's kind of been bothering me, though, is that everybody's been getting yeses across the boards or no's across the board. There hasn't been a divide once.
I kind of feel like it's how they're editing it this year, though, because I feel like last year the auditions were more like you see all the judges go through and say everything. And now it's kind of just like, yes, 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 no, no, no. And then like a montage of everybody making it.
No, you're right. There's never like a struggle. Like, no, he's not that good. Yeah.
I want to see like some arguments.
I want to see some of that, too, because not everyone is amazing and not everyone is awful.
Uh-huh.
I totally agree. I think you were the one that pointed out, Jason, when there was 3 judges, Paulina wasn't there. It was great.
Yeah.
It was so nice. It was like light. It was easy. Something about 4 judges is a little bit like heavy. You know?
Yeah, it's like too much.
Especially when one doesn't even know where they are and doesn't even know what they're saying. They're just making growling sounds.
If you put Paulina like on like a football field talking about the game, like it still would make like no more sense.
Exactly. Well, and not to bash on Paulina the whole time, but I'm going to bash on her.
Oh, great.
Kelly Rowland's had a legitimate career in the U.S. This is the U.S. X Factor. Demi Lovato's had a legitimate career in the U.S. Simon Cowell's made tons of successful artists in the U.S. Paulina Rubio has nothing. She can't do anything for us. She hasn't even had a breakthrough here, so I don't get how she can be giving advice.
I think they're not looking for advice. They're just looking for someone to bring in the Latin viewers.
That's.
I've never even heard of her until the show.
I think it's because the voice has Shakira, so
Yeah.
they need to like.
Yeah, I mean
Amp it up.
that Latin population is like so like untapped and like ignored, and there's like let's bring it in. No, I agree. I had no idea what she sings. I don't know what style she sings. I didn't know what she looked like.
And she
don't know.
already like missed an episode. She
I
was
don't know
on
who
her-
dresses her.
I don't think anybody does.
They caught her going on some ambiguous plane, like flying across.
She's like, oh, is this a glove? Can I put this on?
Right.
Oh, I'll put this bouquet of flowers in
A
my
purple
hair.
mini cowboy hat? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been on my head the whole time? No way.
Oh my God.
I think she's drunk. She's very drunk.
She's like Paula Abdul, but like at least Paula Abdul had one hit.
Yeah.
She's like a no-hit wonder.
One hit,
Well-
one shot.
One shot.
Straight up. Straight up. That's strong. That song's great.
At least we're on topic.
Are we? Okay, back to Acnu. How do you pronounce that?
Anu?
Anu?
What is
Is
it?
that-
Back
is
to
it
you.
silent?
It was
The first time we talk
Is it
about it.
silent K?
What did it stand for?
I knew. It stands
A
for
kind never understood.
yeah,
Or something.
a kind known unto nobody. Something. I knew.
knew that.
Anyway, they're brothers.
Silent
They
K.
sang Valerie by Amy Winehouse.
I liked it.
I did too. I thought it was fresh. I don't like the look. Like physically and how they dressed.
Oh, like, yeah, if we're gonna like jump in it physically, like they have really interesting faces.
They look very aged.
They look like they've been through a lot.
They
Like a
have.
war.
Didn't
Yeah.
they say that they lived in like homeless shelters?
I have a
and-
feeling.
Oh, did
I have a
they?
feeling
Yeah.
as the show progresses, we're gonna, get a more of a backstory into
Yeah.
their lives, and one of them's probably gonna cry. Maybe at one point they like hated each other, and then some tumultuous event brought them all together.
as
and,
brothers.
Yeah.
But I thought, because I don't normally like dancing on these shows, but their dancing went so well with the music, and it
Yeah.
wasn't corny, but they're actually good dancers, and I thought their voices sounded great.
I didn't think they were the best singers we heard all night, to be honest. I think they were like, you agree, disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. But
Don't you
go
have a
on.
major in singing
Yeah, I do.
music? Okay, great. Did you want to sing for us?
No, I'm
Valerie?
yeah,
retired.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, retired, sorry. Yeah, I didn't think they were the best singers. I thought that it was a little bit like untrained. And I just think other vocalists will stand out more in a singing competition, which this is.
But I think as a group, they bring, because if you look at the past groups on the shows, like Fifth Harmony last year, not the best vocally. You know what I mean?
But together.
as
Well,
a
they
group,
were
they're
thrown
good.
in together like
Yeah,
last second.
But I mean, these guys, I think
even
the
know each
fact
other.
that they're brothers and, I mean, their harmonies weren't horrible.
No.
And I think that I don't think individually they'd make it. I think just as a group,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, I liked it.
I think it's a little bit too much. It's like it's too much X Factor mixed with America's Best Dance Crew mixed with America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's too much
get that.
going
There's a little
on.
corniness to it almost, but I feel like the wave of music right now with Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake's new album, it's almost all got that kickback sound. So I feel like
Yeah.
they're very current in that
Yeah,
way.
it does have that kick. I don't know. There's something. I mean, they were definitely better than the bad groups. I just didn't
Yeah.
I
like
feel
them.
like once they get the little makeover though, and get you know what
I am
I mean?
excited
For
to
real,
see that
though,
Fox
if
makeover.
they get like better outfits,
Polish. Yeah.
I think that will help them a lot because they still have like baggy pants. I don't know.
Well, there was also the middle guy.
They were what? Those were the skinniest legs we saw all night.
Oh, I know, but their pants were still too big. They need,
Leggings?
like, yeah, jeggings.
There's some skinny legs bopping up and down.
Looked like they were wearing Lululemon yoga pants. The guy in the middle was the only person singing. I don't know what the
Yeah.
other guys sound like, and
But I think that's the best kind of groups. Look at Destiny's Child.
where you have like a
It's where you
standout
have
guy.
like the one good person, because then they have a sound. Because if everybody's kind of all over the place, then you're not like, oh, that sounds like Destiny's Child.
I never thought about that.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love their performance because it was like a performance by a group, and it wasn't like an audition, like, oh my God, we're doing this really, ooh, a camera. It was like,
there
hey,
was
watch
a
us.
lot of, can I say shitty groups tonight? Like
God.
the Spice girls that sang "Party in the USA."
Drama,
that was,
drama.
Drama.
That was horrible.
I thought they were all pretty hot until they opened their mouths. It was
See,
scary.
I thought they looked like, I don't know, what's.
Maybe I'm just into that
Forever
trashy
21
look.
threw up on them or
Yeah.
something.
yeah, exactly.
I want to know why bad groups exist. You know, like they can hear each other, and then there's got to be someone who's like, "Oh my God, like why does everybody think we sound good?"
I'll
'Cause we
tell you
don't."
why they
Please.
exist. Well, maybe not because everyone's saying, "Oh, you guys are so good, go do this." But I think that there was like 5 girls in that group. I think they exist because 2 or 3 of them know that they're not that good, so they're like, "Well, these girls have potential, and I just
Yeah.
want to go along for the ride. Maybe I could hide behind their vocals, and no one's going to notice when I actually open my mouth."
Yeah.
which is just obviously.
But I
not
think they all needed to
case.
hide behind each other's vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like the Pussycat Dolls without Nicole. Right?
My worst
Horrible.
nightmare.
I know.
But then like the fifth one had like was standing there, not even dancing the whole time. She like just bounces in for the high note, which is like actually not good at
Not
all.
good at all.
And I was like, you guys can hear each other. Like,
And when you're that bad, use a backtrack. There was
Yeah,
none.
exactly.
yes. It was like the two sisters in the beginning. I was like, oh,
There's
girls.
a time and a place for lip syncing, and that was the time and the place.
And that is SNL. I mean, this place. I mean, X Factor. X Factor. X Factor.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. There's some horrible groups. I did love Brandy. Love.
Might as well talk about some good people.
Please, I want
You
to.
guys go because then I'm just gonna
Rip her apart.
rip her apart. Yeah.
I loved her. I thought she was great. I thought she was like a singer. She has like amazing control for someone who like probably has no training.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I love that song, and I thought she ruined it because that song's like a folky.
What was it? Up to the Mountains?
Up to the Mountain by Patty Griffin, and that song's like a folky unplugged song, and she like. I
Plugged it in.
hate. I love pop music, but my biggest pet peeve in pop music is when you put a run on every word. And she's like, I went up to the mountain.
Yeah.
And then that mixed with the country twang. And she was almost just
Are you coming out of retirement?
me on my back. And she was almost too sweet for me, like with her jean jacket and her flower earrings. I just wanted to throw up.
I don't care what you
But
say.
how did you think of her voice? I'm sorry.
I think she has a good voice, and if with training, if they could say like
Yeah.
lose the runs, just sing, she could be really
Totally.
good. But it's like Martina McBride on crack is what it reminded me of. Like, just too much.
But her tone is amazing, and her phrasing, like I thought it was great.
See, I think I can't really hear her tone because there's so many runs that I don't know.
But these competition shows, they want runs like that. I feel like I've noticed that they're always like, put a run in here, or you gotta nail that run.
Yeah.
And I think that I mean, I don't know. I thought her runs were really impressive. I liked everything about her. I don't know.
Really?
She was this cute little Brandy Love.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
Brandy Love.
I do think with coaching, I think she's talented. I just thought it was a horrible audition.
That's so
Really?
funny because
Yeah.
I totally agree. I've said that about so many people. Like too many runs, just sing the song. I don't hear your like improv skills. But I didn't feel that way
I
about
think
her.
too. I'm a huge Kelly Clarkson fan, and do you guys watch American Idol?
Yes.
She sang it on there, like Idol Gives Back in the day, and covered it, and it's amazing. So it's hard for me to compare anything to Kelly. But I think there's a way to approach a song like that, especially.
Yeah.
And I think she, like, if I was Patty Griffin, I would have killed myself.
Oh,
Look,
good.
I don't care.
We should find
I
out
don't
if
care
Patty
you-
did.
I don't care if
She
you
probably
hated
did.
that version of the song. If you were a judge and that
would've
was
said-
the
I
audition,
would've said yes.
you're putting that girl
I
in.
would have said yes, but I would
then say no
do
later.
some hardcore coaching.
Oh, totally. I mean, I just loved the the producers are finding some amazing camera moments of the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And during Brandy singing, everyone's just like weeping.
Yeah. They were.
There's like tissues going left and right.
There's some good crowd shots this season.
Yeah. The little Brace's voice shaking his head.
Because I feel like the crowds for these shows are now like so accustomed to like if I should like it or love it, and so now everybody's super into
Yeah,
it.
I feel like they're like Oprah crowds of like, oh, we want a car, Brandy singing. Oh my god. I don't know. And speaking of people weeping, that's what I did during Serial Buddies, the Adventure Serial Buddies, the movie.
Which is all wrong because it's a comedy.
Weeping
Wept
through
out of
the
laughter.
laughter.
Laughed so hard I
Who
cried.
likes dovetails? This is our creators and executive producers, Marie Menounos and Kevin Undergaro, made this movie, created it, produced it. Marie is in it along with Beth Bears, Kathy Griffin, not Kathy Griffin,
Gifford, Kathy, somebody with a G.
Kathy G, funny people, Harry Winkler.
Henry? Harry?
Darn it. My Valium's kicking in too early. Let me turn it on. You know, it's funny, it's a comedy, and it helps us support our beautiful state-of-the-art studios in beautiful Los Angeles. No buffering, no ads, everything. It's available now on iTunes, on SerialBuddies.com, and in stores. Amazing.
DVD.
I'm going to get
Oh
it.
my God.
Director's cut. Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Blu-ray
it's funny. It's
disc.
Dexter meets Dumb and Dumber meets this show.
Meets the X Factor.
Meets the X Factor
Nice.
after show. Anything else you guys want to add?
Buy it.
Watch
Buy
it.
it, buy it, watch it.
Watch it a few times.
And while you're on iTunes, rate and comment us. We want 5 stars
Yeah, we really do.
because we deserve it. Right?
I'd say so. And if you
Moving-
disagree with us, I'd love to hear.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. Should we talk about the infamous Carlos?
Carlos Guevara.
Oh,
Sure.
Is that right? I think so.
I think so. He had a story that he has Tourette's, and they milked it a lot.
I kind of feel bad for the contestants like this because the producers are like picking and trying to find out their one thing, and so
Yes.
now that's what he's going to be remembered as the kid with Tourette's.
Yeah.
Which, I
Yeah.
mean, and he had a great voice, so it would have been interesting just to see his vocal audition and then find that out afterwards or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his tics were coming out before he even started singing,
Yeah, I
so
guess
he
that's true.
kind of had to address it. He reminded me of the girl on the first episode. I forget her name, but she basically had like the inverted wrists or something.
Yeah.
And they milk these stories, but it
But
is
works,
nice.
because even in the beginning you're like, oh, another sob story, and then by the end you're like, oh my god, he's such a hero.
Well, you can almost guarantee that they're gonna have a good voice when they give them like 15 minutes of
Yeah,
airtime.
that's valid.
Yeah, and when like 20 schoolmates are there, like cheer him on.
Yeah.
I don't know. That makes me nervous. So many people like
Yeah.
there.
But his voice, I thought. Do you guys know Brett Dennen?
No.
Okay, he's kind of like Ray LaMontagne meets like John Mayer. I thought he had a really
Yeah.
good voice. His vowel, he sang Gravity.
Yeah,
John Mayer.
yeah.
Some of his vowels, like Gravity.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on in there?
And so many stars now, like they do weird things with their vowels, where they're like copying the vowels from other people. Like so, like the down, they're like singing these like weird things. Just, like,
Well, because I feel like
down.
the thing back in the day used to be everybody tried to be Christina Aguilera. Now everybody's trying to be like Regina Spektor or Adele. So they
Yeah.
like want all these weird, quirky sounding vowels, and it
Totally.
just be yourself.
Yeah, it was like the crazy guy that sang. He was like the skinny white guy, the skinny little mustache, who sang. What do you think? Leanne Rhymes.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, that was so
That was a
embarrassing.
nightmare.
But again, like, why wouldn't he sing songs that he likes hearing?
He was on something.
But why would
That dude was just trying to
Right.
drive
Drugs.
traffic to the bagel store or wherever
It was a
it is that he
publicity
worked.
stunt.
It is 100%. I'm surprised he didn't
'Cause
wear a
I feel
shirt.
like
He
he
probably
thought-
did because it was blurted out on
I don't
his
think
hat.
because you know how some of the people you're like, oh, you're completely faking it. I think he really thought he was good,
Yeah.
but I think that's like some meth talking or something.
I don't
I
know.
think it's shocking that he goes home and like listens to Leanne Rhymes because he
I
was like
know.
in it to win it.
Well, he's like, I like Tupac and Biggie Smalls. I'm gonna sing Leanne Rhymes for you.
But if I were a judge, I would have been like, okay, stop. Why don't you rap something for me? Like, let's. If those are the people that you look up to, let me hear
Yeah.
something.
I'm over when like stopping them and having them sing something else again.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair.
And I don't want to hear it.
I like it.
Really?
Why do you? What do you mean it's not fair? They're prepared to do that. That's why the other guy had another song ready.
Do they always bring 2 songs?
I think they always bring 3 songs.
Oh, really?
3? Oh God.
I think.
I don't know what his other 2
They
were.
definitely
Then for
bring more
Vinny.
than one song. And I think, I don't know, I like it because sometimes the song that they go with first definitely is not right.
But I think that's part of an audition. If you
Yeah.
can't sell it in the first 30 seconds of your song, then on to the next.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel bad when these people are like waiting for 4 hours, like Vinny.
I guess it'd
He's
be interesting to
horrible.
look back and see if any of the people who got to change their songs made it, or won, or you know what I mean, made it that far.
Yeah.
Because I
I don't
doubt
feel
it.
bad. I don't feel bad. If you're gonna wait that long and you think that your voice is that good, then that's on you, buddy. Like,
But,
you
like-
got to be kidding me. There's just no way you're that tone deaf to think that you're that good. There's no way.
I will
What did Demi
watch.
Lovato say? She's like, I feel really bad. I think you need to reevaluate your friends.
Yeah, 100%.
You
Like,
get them, Demi.
but like, why would they be there watching?
Well,
Because
the
they're
one
on
was his
TV.
bodyguard. The other one was like his bagel mates.
You guys, this was in what, New Jersey? Like, people will go
Was
on
that one in
TV for
Was that one in?
Was that
I thought
Long
Island? Right?
Long
Close
Island.
enough.
Yeah, like people will go on
East
TV
Coast.
for any reason. I'm pretty sure this was one of them. I don't know.
Just to be like a bodyguard in the background.
Yeah, I bet that he probably just met him in the parking lot.
I just think
Yo, man,
4
you wanna be my
hours
bodyguard?
talking to this guy, like faking conversation, is like just too much for me. I don't know. There were some.
I don't know because I don't necessarily love the way this season has been edited, and I like to see more of the better people. I don't want to watch somebody's. That was a long backstory for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel
Really
like that
long.
wasted my time.
It
I
did.
agree. Yeah. Like
And
some-
especially there's like that. Sorry, I just completely cut you off.
I liked
There's
it.
like those montages of like 5 people saying yes, and you hear like 2 seconds of their song. I'd like to hear that.
some sounded very good.
Yeah.
And yeah, because you need to get attached to people's viewers to like want to vote for them, and those people are getting like, gypped out of like our votes in theory for the future.
And I feel like if they're just really good singers, they don't show them. Like they have to have some sort of like I was really
backstory.
poor,
Yeah.
or I have a disease, or you know. what I
Yeah,
mean?
syndrome.
It's funny because, like, you're right. You do have to get this connection with people. And I remember last season they did kind of the same thing. And then once it comes down to the final, I don't know, 30 or whatever, where you start weeding people out, you're like, who are these people? I've
Yeah.
never seen them in my life. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. But I mean, you kind of. I mean, I don't know. It can go either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people that are really good should have more than 5 seconds.
Yeah. But I agree, Jason. Like, it feels like you're wasting my time when they spend 10 minutes talking to somebody and then they're like, oh, they're horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like Chloe, Jay, and CJ.
Oh my god.
They
And
were funny. They were
They
hilarious.
were the one that I
Yeah.
was like, okay, at least that was entertaining.
Yeah, they were a good example. But like the other ones, I'm just like, oh, enough.
Yeah.
It's like our listeners now. Enough. Move on.
They were actually
Well,
scary.
and I feel like I mean, there's so many of these music competition shows. Like, we've seen the bad auditions. We get it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's what
agree.
these were all built on. It was built on watching the horrible auditions, but now,
I feel like people are over it.
yeah.
I am.
Because I feel like the people actually invested in the show don't like that. You know what I mean? Some people
Yeah.
are like, I like to watch for the bad auditions, but they don't watch throughout the whole season.
And I think people are like kind of over like music competition shows now just to watch the bad auditions.
Yeah.
They're going to watch the entire season or not at all.
Yep.
That's me at least.
So listen up, Simon. We've got
I
some
don't-
advice for you.
Yeah, I mean, the auditions are my least favorite part of
Mine too.
these shows. Yeah, so let's keep going. We'll move on.
Sure.
Danny, what did you guys think? She was a perfect example of, oh, I can't wait for the Fox makeover. Lose
Oh,
the hat,
sure.
cut the
I
hair.
like that she lost the hat like while we were there. 'Cause
Oh,
she did look
totally.
so much better. She reminded me
Yeah.
of Emily Osmond from Hannah Montana. Miley's best friend on the show.
You're dating yourself.
I know.
Yeah, I have.
Anyone know? Anyone familiar with that?
Feel free to call in. Just kidding.
That's what she looks like.
No, maybe it was her. I love that she was in high school and she literally had that like high school curls. Like the
Oh,
high school girls
so
like hold the
gross.
curling iron and then they're done.
What did she say too? Like, my mom's a beautician, my dad sells beauty products, my brother watches TV, like my whole family's stupid, and I read. You're a winner.
Oh, her conversations out online. Hey, how are you? I love your glasses. Thanks. I read books.
I know. What a little
I think it was
bitch.
all staged.
All of those conversations were
What?
staged.
No. I think the whole thing was staged.
They don't
like,
stage things.
I think the whole
Like put the glasses on
Yeah.
her, put the hat.
Oh, you
no
think you
way.
did that?
Yeah, because when she was like, why would Demi say take your hat off? Like, oh wait, there's actually this pretty girl.
Demi can
and-
see real beauty.
And you.
It's like, yeah, like she's kind of like this. I think they're trying to build her up to be like, okay, it's this girl
Like
breaking
the
out of her
makeover
shell.
moment.
Yeah,
Anne
exactly.
Hathaway.
I was
And
gonna say
I mean, because
Princess
she was really good.
A princess is born.
She was really
I
good.
liked her song choice too. House of the Rising Sun, and I like when you say like a younger girl, like go
Yeah.
for the rock thing.
I mean, I liked her a lot. I kind of think she had like an Eva Cassidy vibe to her voice, for those higher notes. For me, I thought it was a little bit shaky at some points. I don't know if that
feel
was some nerves.
I think it was nerves, but I also think it's just the style of that song a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear any nerves.
Can you hear any nerves?
Were you listening?
Yeah,
was a
I was. I was.
Yeah, I don't know. I just,
Actually, yes.
I'm really excited by
I
her.
didn't have anything funny to say. I just was.
all I wrote
listening.
is great voice, and she likes to read, so she made a lasting impact.
I wrote, the makeover will make her win.
Pretty people.
She was one of my
win.
favorites.
I also wrote, what are her social skills? Like we said, those stage conversations in line were so painful. Like they need to cut that out.
Well, it's so weird because do you remember last season? Like the intro episode was so dramatic and everyone was crying and it was so good. And I feel like we've just lost that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's just because I love Demi Lovato so much.
Wait, what?
Do you remember like all the there was that girl that was bullied and I just feel
yeah.
like the backstories last year were so much better and I feel
Yeah.
like they're so contrived this season.
Yeah,
Like-
all those stories are going to The Voice.
That's true.
Right? It was like when Carlos was talking to the really pretty girl online about Tourette's, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I feel for you. Let me listen to you in line while it's so hot and we're staying in the sun, but because the producers told me to, I'll keep watching." And you're like, "Oh my God, Carlos,
Calm down.
I don't hear a like you're he could not have been telling a sob story to everybody in line. But they made it seem that way.
I know, because Simon even said, like, I like that you're not a victim. And I'm like, I think if you're sharing your story to everybody, you're kind of a victim.
Yeah.
But I doubt that's what he was actually doing.
Totally. But also, though, you need to, like, find something to make yourself stand out in, like, these competition shows besides a great voice. You know, you need the great voice, but has Tourette's. The great voice, but is, you know, a midget.
But the thing is, if you look at all the people from these shows that are actually successful,
Yeah.
the majority of them, Kelly Clarkson, no backstory. Carrie Underwood, no backstory. Jordan Sparks, no backstory. These are all American Idol winners. One Direction.
Jordan Sparks.
We didn't really know their backstories.
They said no
were
to
just,
her originally. I don't know.
What happened to
Yeah.
just like having a really nice childhood?
I don't
And
know
like,
if that gets
voice and
viewers, though.
Well,
no backstory.
Sometimes people are just perfect.
It's
like your mirror. I just, I don't know. It's TV, so it needs a little more drama than, oh, she was great.
No, I mean, I get that. I mean, I like some of the backstory, but I feel like I'd like to just see a good contestant. My mom and my dad drove me here, and we're happy, and I'm trying out. Does that happen?
I kind of want to see that too.
Maybe
like,
that was Josh Levi.
I want to see someone that's like I've been taking voice lessons since I was 4 years old, and I've won like every competition in middle school, high school, and now I'm here to kill it because I deserve it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that. That's kind of cool.
But
Someone
those
with
are the-
confidence.
Those are the people that make it after the show, I think, because they have the drive to make it too. They're not just like, oh, I have this disease, so now I'm going to ride this for the rest of my life.
I know. Well, that's the thing we haven't seen this season yet is a person who's been like, I've been training all my life. I take vocal lessons every day, and this is my diehard dream, and I'll keep working. We see the people who are like 14, 13, and they're like, oh, yeah, this would be pretty fun. I want to be famous.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Are you telling me that Cynthia and Shirley, the first like duo team we saw, she's not going to go back to high school and get like picked on and made fun of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't good.
By the way,
so
there is a
it's fine.
group that's the over 25s. We've seen maybe one person over 25. Like, what happened to all the old people?
We saw, who was it last week, that older lady that
Lily
used to sing on the
McLeod.
subway? She sounded like Whitney. She sang that CC.
Oh, yeah,
The
I didn't like her.
54-year-old?
You don't like her?
No, this was the Thursday night.
Hold on, I
Subway
wrote her
singer.
name down. Let me
Subway.
just
Subway
scroll
sandwiches
up.
sound good.
Her name was, I love Subway. She sang, keep talking.
She sang Whitney.
Digging into those notes.
Another over 25 person we saw tonight was Jeff for Take Two.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice segue.
Thank you. He has the most tense voice we heard all life.
So I hated him last season.
Oh, did you?
He sang Hallelujah for his
Yeah.
audition, and he looks like somebody that's just weird. I don't know. I don't know how.
It's the soul patch.
It's the soul patch.
Get rid of
I
that.
hate sob stories, and he sings so incorrectly that there are like years and years of training he has to undo because his whole throat looks like it's gonna pop off, and his jaw is so tense.
The thing is, I really liked him last season. I thought he did Hallelujah. I loved his version of
Really?
it. And tonight, both songs, both Don't Want to Miss a Thing and Creep, I did not like it
See,
all.
I thought Don't Want to Miss a Thing was like
Offensive.
god awful. Yeah,
No, it was
offensive.
awful. It was
I
awful.
wrote down no
FCC.
training. Absolutely no training.
It was awful.
Absolutely none. And then I did like when he sang "Creep" by Radiohead. I like him if I don't look at him. If you just close your, he's got a face for radio. And
He's on a soul
if
patch
you-
for radio.
But if you just listen, because then you can't see that he's using bad technique, and he has like a good rock voice.
It just sounds painful. Like he's the performer at the end of the night who can't talk.
Yeah,
And like that's not
that's not how you do it.
how Kelly Clarkson does it.
I feel like
No,
he went up
she's
there
perfect.
and just thought that he deserved it. You know?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he looked better this year. I'll give him that. But like, you have a son, big deal. Anybody can have a kid.
Yeah,
I
that's your
don't feel bad
backstory.
for
You're
you.
living like it's not our fault that
Yeah.
you're living gig to gig. Like get a job on the side and like the rest of America. You know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some voice lessons. It's just I just hear the tension when I hear him sing.
But I like when the judges are invested in people, and they're like, oh, we want to help you like sing it. I did like when he got to have another song just because they've seen him. I still would have said no.
Well, it just seems
But-
like Simon knows like the perfect thing after 90 years of doing reality
Exactly.
shows of like what the producers want. They want the second song. They want the Oh, okay, fine.
Tension and release.
Yeah.
But on the first song, Simon was like, he's like, there's no way after hearing that song and knowing who we put through that I could put you through. There's just no way. And then the second song, he's like, absolutely, you're what we're looking for. It's your time. Like, come on.
I also don't think that he has a personality, like as a performer.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Especially if he's a rocker, he needs to have like sex appeal and
Yeah.
It's just kind of like nothing.
the only appeal there
kind
is like, please run, get away from me.
Did you ever find the name out of?
Nope, I didn't.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name either.
I forgot what we were talking about when we were looking at that.
I didn't like her though. Let's just say that.
Okay.
This is the "I Will Always Love You" girl.
No, the girl, she sang the CeCe Winans Alabaster Box song.
Oh, Lily McLeod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was good.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the Whitney Houston girl on the Subway Singer.
You don't like her?
Wait, I
Lily
get them
McLeod's
confused.
from
No, I like
Florida.
both of them actually.
Oh, okay.
Lily was from Florida. So let's jump to news and gossip. We can talk
Okay.
about Lily a little bit
Dun,
more.
dun, dun.
Because Lily created a controversy. Let's do the background music next time.
Okay.
So Lily, people were pissed about because she 10 years ago had like 10 songs on Billboard Dance Chart under the name Nicole McLeod.
Uh-oh.
And so a lot of people on the internet were like mad that they like kind of kept that in their wraps and it was a secret.
That's very interesting.
It didn't bother me at all.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
that
I don't
doesn't-
care.
I feel like because The Voice is the show that like takes old singers and lets them rehash their thing, and I feel
Yeah.
like X Factor is like that undiscovered poor little boy. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Well, then they have to like create it so it's like, okay, if you were a top whatever Billboard selling artist, like you can't be on our show. Like we are looking for that undiscovered talent.
But obviously they knew ahead of time it wasn't a problem. So I think people that when I was reading it, like I read a ton of articles about this and I was like, why are we making this a big deal? They were just mad that it was kind of like kept secret and not even like acknowledged, even though she only had like 10 minutes.
Yeah. That would have been interesting to acknowledge actually. That would have been. I mean, she was good. What can you
But
do?
I feel like
great.
she deserves it just as much as anybody else. Why just as much as Jeff who came back? Why can't she have a struggle?
Yeah, I don't know. But people were very mad about that. I also read this was the lowest rated X Factor opening of all time and the lowest rated singing reality show opening.
Of all time.
Yeah, last year X Factor had 8.4 million for their opening and this year they had 3.4.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is a drastic drop.
Whoa.
I do honestly because I love last season and I feel like the opening this year was just weak.
I kind of agree.
There
I
wasn't
feel
like one because if you think about last year, everybody remembers Jillian, the girl that was bullied, and Demi Lovato starts crying. There's not one like big moment yet.
For me, it was like Alex and Sierra. I like them a lot.
they're nice.
But they were just it's
like,
just like
they're nice.
Meh.
Yeah.
Just met. I like that. You need the star.
And I think even the fact that last year they used the fact that they had Demi Lovato and Britney Spears, and they used all those like backstage moments, and I think maybe it's because they have Paulina. Whoever you are, Rubio, and nobody cares about her. So you still have Demi Lovato fans watching. Kelly Rowland kind of has a sort of a following, but she's not somebody that you're like, I really want to know what her personality's like. Now after seeing her on the show, I like her, but I feel like the celebrity draw probably helped before too.
Yeah, they're missing that like the Britney Spears.
They shouldn't have gotten rid of Valerie Reed.
Nope.
Like, they need some sort of consistency.
Did they do that on purpose or did they
I
LA
think
leave?
he wanted to leave.
I don't.
What do you know?
I think somebody wanted someone to leave.
Interesting.
May have been him. May have been.
It's just such a like draw now to get viewers like these stars. Like you need people with like giant fan bases. Like Demi's got her fans.
But I feel like
Paulina's
they're
got the
almost
Latin
wasting
group.
Demi this year because we haven't really seen any. We've seen her a
Like
little bit,
backstage
but we
stuff?
haven't seen like a lot of even her talking to contestants. I feel like Kelly Rowland's kind of getting to steal the show.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I don't feel like that.
Really?
I don't know. I just miss that in reality shows now for singing competitions. We used to get people like the Chiara DeGuardio, whatever her
Yeah,
name is.
I love that.
Yeah, you get like people who are behind the scenes that have like been working in this industry,
Yeah.
and now we're just getting like star names who might or might not have good things to say.
yeah.
Well, and I feel like I don't care about their opinion if they're not successful in the industry.
I agree. Yeah, and I like that behind the scenes like view too, of like the
Yeah.
producers.
Exactly.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if there's going to be another one after this season.
I think it will. There's a lot
I don't
of.
think it'll go away. Simon will revamp it and fire everyone, and
It's still a big brand name.
yeah.
It'll be like a coup if it left TV. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, who knows? I guess.
Who knows?
Maybe
Who
it'll.
knows? Hey, it's only week 2.
I know.
There's a lot,
True.
there's a lot that can happen.
I know. What are you guys looking forward to for next week? Any predictions?
I predict more auditions.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I predict there will be across the board yeses and across the board nos, and some
Vanilla.
and some stories that have to do with
Somebody's gonna have a disease.
less than average people.
Less than average. All right.
I'm excited for boot camp. I don't know when that happens, but
I think we've got another week at least of auditions.
because I feel like that, like I want to see singing.
Right.
So, and I want to, I don't know. And
So-
who do we think will get each team?
I don't know. I kind of think that they're going to give Demi Lovato the younger people for some reason.
Really, I feel like she might get the older people just to shock.
Just to like
she had
throw
that
her through the loop.
Shocking.
And then I feel like I would say Simon's gonna get boys, Kelly Rowland's gonna get groups, and Paulina will get girls.
I'm nervous to see Paulina judging.
anyone.
I think Simon's getting the
counseling.
girls. I just have.
think?
I'm just gonna go. I don't know
Okay.
about everyone else. I think Simon's getting the girls. And then as far as like far off predictions, I think from tonight's show, I think we'll see a lot more of what's that girl's name? Denis?
Danny.
Danny, I think
Danny.
so too.
And I think we'll see more of Danny.
Unfortunately.
I think we'll see more of Josh, Levy, and Brandy Love.
So tell me this. We've now seen 3 nights of auditions. Who are your like standouts that you all remember so far?
I think that's my problem is there's not
Nobody.
anybody
Yeah.
that I'm like really.
Same.
Okay.
You
well,
got
maybe
this.
it's only because we've only seen like 10 minutes of each person.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sometimes less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Danny will be a big contender.
I know. I think she will too, and I don't really like her.
Yeah. All right, let's sign off. Where can we find you guys online?
You can find me on Instagram, Nick_Collins.
That's it. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Vine at Jason Ikeler.
I mean,
I-
don't get me wrong, I'm everywhere too, but I'll just give you
That's
one
the
to
only
start
way
with.
to get it.
Okay, me too. And I tweet from Jeff Masters 1. It's been fun. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Bye.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.